When I first started using these KAATSU bands, I have to admit I was a little bit skeptical. A good friend of mine broke his fibula. Clean break all the way through. He was gonna be out for a while. He went in for a checkup. Doctor says, yo, when was the last time I saw you? He said 5.5 weeks ago. He said, that's impossible. It's completely healed.
Hello, my name is Steven Munitonis, the CEO of KAATSU Global. And today I'm gonna go for a walk with Dave Carlson. I met Dave because he's a teacher at a local high school. He's a very renowned water polo coach and coach in the entire Southern California and national communities. It's a Sunday morning, it's a beautiful day outside, sunny, and we're gonna do muscle training and stamina building with KAATSU walking on the Huntington Beach Pier. Good to see you, Dave.
Nice to see you, Steve.
Yeah, how you been?
Good, how have you been?
Good, good.
I just walked about a mile.
Yeah, mile, but you have your bands on.
I've been wearing them for about 15, 20 minutes.
And how do you feel?
Feeling good, good.
So tell me, how does this work? I mean, you're walking, but you're getting pumped at the same time.
Well, I started doing your KAATSU bands back in August of 2019, and I haven't gone 24 hours without using them since.
Wow. I remember when we first met, you had back pain, you had a bunch of different issues, physical issues, and now you seem like 100%.
Yeah, back when I first started using these KAATSU bands, I have to admit I was a little bit skeptical. You told me that they would work within a couple of weeks. So I tried them out. I was going to the chiropractor at least 3-4 times a week. And December of 2019 was the last time I've gone to a chiropractor.
Really?
Yes, I've just been doing KAATSU.
Wait a second, so you had back pain?
I was in an automobile accident where it totaled my car. I was diagnosed with 2 bulging discs in my lower back. I was going to a chiropractor for over 3 years. 3-4 times a week. I was going so often that he was charging me per month instead of per visit. It was hurting so bad I would just go and lay there, and he'd have his different patients come in, and then every half hour or so he would adjust me.
Wow.
But I mean, it was really bad. I'd have to go into the doctor to get a shot every few months. Started using the KAATSU in August of 2019, and I went from August through September, and I didn't have a flare-up. My chiropractor, you can't believe it.
Yeah. And then, I mean, your arms look beefy.
Yeah, you know, another thing I was skeptical about was you told me that I could build more muscle mass using the KAATSU than I could going to the gym.
And you were a gym rat.
I went at least 6 days a week. You told me to not go to the gym for 2 weeks and just do KAATSU, and I said, yeah, that's not gonna happen. You know, I don't wanna get fat. And then I was playing basketball at least 2 nights a week, and it was just strictly for cardio. I did the KAATSU every day like you told me to. Within 2 weeks, I was surprised. I didn't gain weight. I actually lost some weight in 2 weeks without doing any of the cardio. So then I just started to implement this every single day. I do it arms at least twice a day, legs at least twice a day. I rarely play basketball anymore. I'm in better shape. I've got more muscle mass than I ever did just going to the gym. I had my parents try the KAATSU along with a lot of my friends. My mother, especially after a couple of weeks, was able to tell a difference in her flare-ups for arthritis. She was telling me that since she's been doing the KAATSU, her arthritis hasn't been as bad. They went on a cruise, and instead of taking her medication, she risked it and just took the KAATSU.
No way.
And she said it worked out great. She never had to take her arthritis medicine. And then she went to the doctor. She was borderline diabetic. Her A1C levels were high.
Yeah.
So I remember she was borderline diabetic. She was doing the KAATSU every day.
Yeah.
And when she went back, her levels had
Gone to pre-diabetic.
had gone down. So the doctor was really impressed with how quickly her levels went down. I remember asking you about that. You said, if she does this KAATSU, it's gonna help out a lot.
Yes. When you wake up in the morning, can you walk me through your day?
First thing I do when I wake up is I put the leg bands on, and I wear the leg bands as I go through the morning. Eat my breakfast, brush my teeth. Do my quiet time, watch television, and then if I have an opportunity at lunch, I'll throw the armbands on for a couple of sets.
Sounds like you're just doing air curls.
Oh no, I'm just
Just chilling. Correcting paper.
emails,
Okay.
grading work. And then before I go to sleep in the evening, I wear my leg bands or arm bands right before I go to sleep, and the other one I use right after dinner. If I'm by myself, I do leg bands first and arm bands before I go to sleep. If I'm around people, I'll just wear the armbands and then I'll wear my leg bands right before I go to sleep. I mean, I do it 4 times a day. It's not like I do it for 15 minutes, so.
Yeah. You know what? I always find it so easy to do KAATSU like you're doing right now. Just walking, you're engorging the limbs in blood. It's literally building muscle. If you wanted to get really pumped, you just go really slow.
Yeah, just basic curls with getting, I can feel the lactic acid right now in my triceps, in my biceps, in my forearms. People that don't do it, I mean, they're missing out because it's almost like cheating life.
Yeah.
So one other injury I had was I called you. I had actually was in the kitchen and I cut my finger. I still have a scar from it, and it was so deep you could see the fat. It was obvious I was going to have to get stitches. I just wrapped it. And I called you and asked you if you think it would work if I just did the KAATSU all night, and you were pretty confident it would work.
Yeah.
The next morning, I took the Band-Aid off, and it was a bad cut.
Yeah.
But I don't think I need stitches, or it's borderline stitches. And then I did it, all day with the KAATSU, and it was, by that afternoon, it was like a simple cut.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't believe. By not getting stitches, I still have a scar, but I mean, it's on my finger.
Yeah. The other thing that reminds me of, we were talking about your arm, your tattoos. When you had a tattoo, that blew me away. You did KAATSU before getting a tattoo. Now you have several tattoos. So for people who haven't had a tattoo, sort of explain what happens after a tattoo and what you do with KAATSU tattooing.
Basically, what happens after a tattoo, it bleeds pretty bad for a couple hours, and then it takes a couple weeks, for it to heal. Basically, tattoo's an open cut, it's an open wound. So it's gonna scab, and then the scab's gonna come off, and everything's gonna be okay. I remember with my tattoo artist, he looked at one of my tattoos, and he said that, that's highly unusual, as far as like the swelling. The swelling should be a lot more at this point, especially with how much skin was open.
So you did KAATSU before you got the tattoo. Did you do KAATSU after you did
so I did it immediately after.
Okay.
And since with the KAATSU, it's gonna rush blood to that area, I had it just on the arm where I had the tattoo. And so, it basically bled
More.
A lot more.
Yeah.
But the recovery was a lot faster.
Yeah.
The swelling was down and the recovery process was a lot faster.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine, Fireman, went snowboarding, broke his fibula, clean break all the way through.
Oh, wow.
And he was going to be out for a while. He called me up and asked about the KAATSU, and he said, I'm in a lot of trouble because Workman's Comp ain't going to cover this because I broke it outside of work. So he went and he got a KAATSU pneumatic one of these. He was doing it at first for 6 hours a day. His original prognosis was it was supposed to be 6 to 8 weeks. He goes back and to light duty, and then it was going to be another month before he gets cleared for active duty. He went in for a checkup, and doctor says, when was the last time I saw you? He said 5.5 weeks ago. He said, that's impossible. And he said, why? He says, well, it's completely healed. So he said he was cleared for active duty 5.5 weeks.
Wow.
And he did it in less than half the time. That's a real life story on what KAATSU can do if you have an injury.
Right, and it's not only muscle, not only capillaries and veins and arteries, but also bone.
You remember Jim Sprague, the USA Water Polo Hall of Fame coach?
Yeah.
He had a lower body injury, and so he was bedridden. And when he was in bed, he had rheumatoid arthritis. And so he was having a physical therapist come over and have to do stuff to get him to be able to, the blood to circulate in his fingers and be able to move his hand. And I said, oh, well, if you put this on your arm right now, it's going to get the blood circulating through your fingers. It doesn't have a choice. It's just going to get pushed through there. So he said, okay, go ahead, put it on. So I put it on, and, within 20 seconds, he picked his hand up and he starts moving his hand like this. And he goes, look at this. And I didn't realize he couldn't move his hand at all.
Yeah.
And then he started screaming for his daughter to come in, his adult daughter, Jenny, come in here.
Yeah.
And she comes in, and he goes, look at my hand. And she turned to me, she goes, what did you do to my dad? I go, I don't know, I just put this KAATSU. And I don't know if you remember, but he ordered one that day.
Yeah, I remember. If you want to hear more life-changing experiences with KAATSU, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. And now let's get back to more of our conversations with Coach Dave Carlson. How do you feel after that walk? It was a great day.
Yeah, I feel great. The thing is all these other people that are walking, including you, you're not wearing the KAATSU bands. I probably got 3-4 times the amount of exercise of all of you guys.
Yes, absolutely. So after this long walk, I mean, how effective is that KAATSU?
It's one of the nice things about KAATSU is you don't have to wear it like the MMA guys and at the gym.
Yeah.
You could just go for a walk with the KAATSU on. I bet I burned 2 or 3 times the amount of calories you did because I'm wearing the KAATSU as we're walking. You know, anybody can do KAATSU. It's not like you have to be, you know, a professional athlete. Anybody can do KAATSU and get the benefits from KAATSU from exercising with it on. And the great thing about it is the extreme athletes, like those MMA guys or the guys that want to go to the gym and get a really good pump.
Navy SEALs.
Navy SEALs, those special forces you're talking to me about, the MARSOC guys. You know, you can untether and get a great workout at the gym. If someone were out there right now considering KAATSU, here's what I would say: get on it. Get on it right now. I can't believe how much this has impacted my life as far as health, recovering from injuries, not just with me, but you know, with a number of my friends. Just seeing how quickly, you know, God built our bodies to recover. They heal themselves. But this definitely speeds up God's healing process. If someone were out there considering KAATSU for exercise, you know, for working out, it was definitely a game changer.
This has been a game changer for you, for your parents, for your athletes, to your friends. I mean, I don't know why anybody would not do it. I understand why they're skeptical, but like I said to you, give me 2 weeks, give KAATSU a chance, and it will be a lifetime game changer.
I agree, 100%.